silver. I don't know. Do they still use actual silver now?
Probably not.
Or aluminum or something? For the back of a mirror, I mean, a mirror, at least the way they used to make them, maybe they still do. You would take a piece of glass and cover it with silver. Almost like putting leaf on it, like silver leaf on it. So it is actually metal that we're looking at, unless they found a synthetic polymer way of doing it. But because it's a flat piece of metal, right, it's in a single plane, lighting it is actually pretty simple. You saw, I mean, that took no time at all, even with all my yammer. As we start to take that plane and bend it, you can see that, as you begin to bend it, it becomes more complex. Right? I've got one plane here, which is the same as the mirror, but then it changes its angle. So right now, this surface and a little bit of this surface, they're roughly parallel. They're actually supposed to be. Okay? They're all looking in a specific direction. But this part of the spatula right here, right? So this part is looking, let's say, that way. This part is looking that way. So I got to get this thing to see a light source over there, and this part of it, if I want the whole thing to read silver, I got to get it to see a light source over there. It gets definitely more complex. Take it and start to bend it into curvilinear shapes, and all hell breaks loose. Okay? Depending on if you set this in the convex or the concave way. This, can you see the spoon in this light?
A little bit. It's pretty dark.
Good, thank you. Sorry, you got the hot seat tonight. Thank you. So this is almost similar to the mirror. Okay? So it's looking out at a given direction, but then as it starts to turn down this part of the spoon, okay, or up in this case, it's looking somewhere else. Then we get to the bowl. This part of the bowl right now, if you will, is looking, and this is where it gets really crazy. This part is looking up there. This part is looking down there. So all I have to do is get a light source, right, that is out there, down there, and up there. Until I start dealing with this side and this side, because this side's looking over there and this side's looking over there. So I also need a light source from there to there. Basically, and essentially the same thing's happening here, except because it's concave, this edge is looking out that way, that way, that way. What I now need is sort of almost an all-encompassing softbox. Now your temptation will be to go next door and bust out a half a dozen softboxes and lights.
Not the massive huge one.
What's it? Yeah, or the massive huge one, which you don't need to do. We're going to use a technique known as tenting. Same thing. Potentially a nightmare. Now before we actually get into tenting, what I want to do is stick some of these objects essentially in the same location here and have you come take a look at them so you can compare them to the mirror. And which one? Yeah. So we'll start with the spatula. So let's see if I can get a little